there's a lot of people online on social media and stuff, and they become really big on Instagram and maybe YouTube, maybe Facebook, whatever media platforms, social media platforms. And I think people end up getting really focused on the wrong things. And I'm putting this out there, I'm happy to be told I'm wrong on this, as I am with anything. But to me, like, the amount of likes you have on a Facebook page and the amount of shares and the amount of followers you have on Instagram and all this, it doesn't really add up to anything. And that's why when someone buys likes and buys shares and buys views, it seems so weird to me, because what they're doing is they want people who stumble upon their page or their videos or their whatever to think, wow, this person's really popular, like loads of people like them. So and you saw some of these issues coming up recently where people are being accused of buying likes or buying followers or buying YouTube or Instagram followers or whatever. And it's crazy because these are the wrong things to be focusing on completely. That's what I feel like, especially with Facebook nowadays. You have a group, and I'm pretty sure, maybe I'm wrong with this, but I'm pretty sure when we started the UK Fruit Fest group a year ago or so, or a while ago, and maybe I'm wrong about this, but you'd put a post out and quite a lot of people on the group would see it. And now it feels like you put out a page, like we've got like 900 followers in the UK Fruit Fest page. If you put out a post or something, it's like very few people actually see it. Obviously they're not being notified about it. So that's sort of, it makes you think, what's the point in having all these likes or followers or whatever when no one's getting the information. And another thing is that if you're paying for something, if you're paying for likes, or you're buying likes or shares, or you're boosting something to get more followers on Facebook, the question is, what's that translating back to you in value, in monetary, in economic value? So you got all these likes or these fake likes. How does that? How do you know if that's helping you? If you're investing money in something, you should know that there's a reason. You know, if you're on YouTube, then you can maybe track. I don't really track metrics that much. I see how many subscribers I have, I sort of see how many views I have, but I haven't really taken it seriously or taken a course in how to do YouTube better, or I've not really done any of that. I might do that, but I'm just sort of keeping on doing this and learning as I go along. So, in YouTube terms, as far as I can see, if you have a certain amount of subscribers, then if you put out a video, it's likely that you'll get a certain amount of views in that video on average. So if you put in 10 videos, then you'll get that many views. And obviously that doesn't account for, maybe you'll get a video will go viral or something and it'll get shared a lot. But if you have one of these people with like 100,000 subscribers, then maybe you'll get 10,000 views a video or 6,000, and I don't know what that translates to in terms of money. It obviously varies, but it'll translate into a certain amount of money, I guess. But it's obviously not enough money for people to like put out mass advertising of their YouTube channel in major media platforms. Like, you don't see people. You don't watch TV advertising. It's like there's no one buying an advert in the Super Bowl saying, come and watch my YouTube channel. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't translate into, you know, they get 3 million, I don't know how, whatever it is, 100 million people watching the Super Bowl or whatever it is, and you would pay something like $3 million to get your few seconds saying, hey, come and watch my YouTube video. Like, and how many of those 100 million would then go and, I don't know how it would add up or whatever, but obviously the big companies are not that interested in spending a lot of money into trying to develop a YouTube channel, because it's more for people that have some free time and want to do something they're interested in and fun and whatever. But with Instagram and everything, it's like, what does it really add up to? Having all those followers. Now I understand that people then will have you know, you can become whatever famous, or you develop a following, and if you've got a following, then you can try and get them to go and buy your course or ebook or coach with you or whatever it is. But thinking that people are going to be more impressed because you've got 1 million followers, or because you've got thousands of followers, then I think that's misguided personally. And I think what you want to look at if you're starting on this, doing social media and stuff like that, is thinking about the person that's watching. And I'm not saying I'm perfect at this, but I'm definitely not. But I'm continually trying to improve and stuff. But try and find out what your audience and the thing that you're interested in, what do they really want? What do they really need help with? You know, it's not about you becoming great and trying to be a celebrity or something, or trying to be cool. It's about you providing help to people without your ego and ideas of what they should want getting in the way. So it might be the case that people might say to me, I want you to do this type of video, or I'd rather see you speaking about this. And if there was like loads of people saying the same thing, then at some point you've got to say, you've got to answer, you've got to do that. I guess you've got to help people out. You've got to provide people what they're asking, what they're looking for. So if I do a video showing you all the stuff in this garden, you might not care, but people might want something, and they don't really care if you're famous or if you've got 100,000 followers or whatever. They just care that you have the answer to their problem. Really simple. They've got a problem, they don't know what recipes to make or something for a raw food diet, and you can provide them with some recipes or some videos showing them how much to buy or how many calories to eat or whatever, like some basic stuff. So I don't think you need to have 1 million followers on Instagram for people to buy your course or buy your information. You just have to have the answer to their problem, and you have to show them that you've got the answer, and that doesn't require, you know, an amazing amount of likes on Facebook. You know, so that's what I just feel like I've seen people who they're trying to build up a Facebook page, or they're trying to build up something, and I think it's much more effective to try and think more about what you can provide, what you can help people with. And you might find that you're doing something like I do raw food stuff, so here's people get in touch with me about where do I buy fruit and things like that. It might be the case that that's what people want to know from me more than anything else. They might just want me to go and buy their food for them. You know, that might be the best service I can offer people. That might be the best way I can help people to improve their lifestyle. Might be that they just don't have the time to go and get all the fruit and get it at a good price at the market, and I can go and do that for them. So it might turn out that that's what people want, and if that's the best way to help people, then sometimes you got to do that. You got to help people to do something in life. You got to be helping people, whatever you're doing. So don't focus on the metrics that matter, but don't focus on the metrics that are like likes and shares and building up Facebook pages and things. Really, you'd wanna have your own list. You want to have your own mechanism to have either your own website, maybe your own forum, whatever, your own email list, so that you have people's personal emails, their own personal information. You know, that you've got it there private, and you store it, and it's not some company that's taking their information that they can then send it, you know, that they can then market it onto other people. And you know, people build up these Facebook pages. This is a crazy thing. You might build up a massive raw food Facebook page or something even more like a dog Facebook page, I don't know. And Facebook will put loads of adverts on the side, and you won't get paid for people finding those adverts through through the fact that you've helped Facebook find out that person wants dog stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's Facebook are taking all that money, you're directing everyone to this page and giving them information and a reason, and you're not, as far as I'm aware, you're not getting any percentage of the people that are clicking on the ads while they're on your group. So that's just another thought. That's just another thought. But develop your own following independent to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, because all those things could go anytime. YouTube, I think, has never made a profit as a company. I might be, tell me if I'm wrong about that, but I've heard that YouTube's never made a profit. So is YouTube going to continue to keep going? Is it going to be an effective strategy long term? Who knows? I imagine that the audience for YouTube's got to grow, but I don't know. So use these things in a smart way and everything else, but it's maybe good for your own ego that you've got thousands of followers or whatever, but think about how you can translate that into helping people. And when you're helping people and find a way to help people, then you can maybe make a living out of it, or a lifestyle, or whatever you want. So that's my thoughts. What are your thoughts on that? Give me your feedback down below, and let me know what you think about all that kind of stuff. I enjoy doing YouTube. It's helping me to improve my communication skills, I guess. Most of what I talk about comes off the top of my head, so I need to learn to speak in the moment, so that's good for me. So I like to think of these benefits. I don't make an income from YouTube or anything like that. So I don't know what I treat it as. I treat it as something that I'm enjoying doing, and I'm just going to keep doing it, and maybe I'll figure out a way at some point of making that part of a living or something, I don't know. But just enjoying it for the moment, enjoying connecting with people, and just leave your random comments below and share the video if you thought it was interesting, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Thanks.